For service-oriented architecture to work, it's not enough to build and deploy a bunch of services. Services are meant to be shared, which means they must be created and used according to certain rules everyone can follow. Without those rules, an SOA cannot function. Collections of related rules are known as policies, and developing and managing policies is what SOA governance is all about. Policies arise from collaborative processes that affect every part of an organization that participates in an SOA. Sometimes, policy development results in soul searching that changes how IT, or even the enterprise itself, is organized. The disruptive nature of this process reveals why governance is considered the greatest stumbling block to implementing an SOA. SOA governance policies are generally classified as design time or runtime. Design time policies establish rules for developers, beginning with an interoperability framework that stipulates the protocols services use. Runtime policies lay out the details of service contracts, which include security, expected service levels, and restrictions on service use. The software most closely associated with governance is the SOA registry and repository. The registry lists services and where to find them. The repository contains pointers to the design time and runtime policy information associated with services. Typically, the registry repository also contains architectural diagrams that describe an SOA. Design time policies generally work through incentives. Developers are rewarded for building services the correct way and penalized for building them the wrong way, or for writing applications that could use services but don't. Runtime policies, however, can often be enforced by a service management system that simply disallows improper use. Every service has an owner, frequently the same person or group who developed the service's business rules. Vague definitions of what ownership entails invite conflict. For example, the owner of a service may have one idea of a service's scope, while another entity in an organization demands more functionality. Organizations need to determine how to resolve such disputes, and when service requirements increase, where to obtain the resources to build out. Rules are rules, but the key to SOA governance is collaboration. Governance policies need to be developed, maintained, and modified by committee rather than decree. People who know what's happening on the ground must have real input. Managers need to ensure policy updates are properly distributed, soliciting feedback along the way. With the right culture and processes, governance can ensure a successful SOA.